understanding that ideas aren't static, but fluid, like water. Be like water.
All right, here we go.
More than 3. Hi, everybody.
All right, we're live.
Howdy, Internet. Welcome to the Dancakes Sunday afternoon request live stream in which we take your requests from the chat and make pancake art creations of whatever you'd like to see, as long as it doesn't get us in trouble. This is the first one we've done in about 2.5 weeks since we've been in here. We had
It's been a couple weeks.
a catastrophe at the studio. Our beloved boy Hank got the cova. Now we all took our time to enjoy,
Get tested.
to get tested and make sure that we weren't gonna, ruin everybody's life. So
Ours especially.
and so now it's been a couple weeks and we're back in the studio. Back to the old grind-a-rooney. This is the first pancake I've made in years.
2 weeks.
This is the first pancake I've made since last year.
Whoa, that's clever.
Yeah, get it? Because it's New Year's.
Oh, that's what you meant.
Don't
I thought you were making some sort of
treat me like
relativity
this.
joke.
I'm done. I quit. How you doing, chitter chatters? Well, howdy, Leon. How you doing? Wella, how are you? Carla, can you please make a koala? And Christine EV asks for Morgan Freeman. I want to just do that koala. Let me pull up.
All right, here we go. Koala. We'll switch to that overhead. No, once you actually... Well, you've got a pancake on there already.
I do.
It's like you've got a classic pancake on there.
Yeah. It's my classic Mario mushroom pancake. Wow, koalas are cute. How you get some dash gone cutie patootie, Mr. Koala Bear? What you doing over there? Yeah, I swear to goodness gracious me. Okay. It's been a minute since I've done pancake art.
We're glad to be back too, Zimmy Wolf. It's been an interesting couple of weeks, to say the least.
Yeah, it has. It's a koala bear. Don't flip this pancake over there. Boop, boop, boop. Scooba-dooba-doo-boop, boop, boop. Scooba-doo-boop.
Nice. Look
Boop-a-doo-boop.
at that perspective.
Scooba-doo-ba-doo-boop. Boop-a-doo, boop-a-doo-boop. Scooba-doo-doo.
Hey, Emily, how you doing?
Is that your sister?
Not my sister, my our Diva Nice friend.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, same first name, different person.
Oh, different. Crazy how humans be having the same name.
I know, right?
It's so weird.
Should do something about that. Every name has to be unique. No exceptions.
Every name has to be Dan. I'm slowly working on it.
Anything's coming up.
No, how? Daniel.
Jeez. It's alright, I wasn't sure which way to take that one either, so I understand.
Look at Look at that. I'm so powered up. I'm ready to consume.
Like a good like the good capitalist boy that you are.
That's me. That's definitely me. To a T.
Okay.
So we got the Dark Knight Joker, Pug, Giraffe. We have Morgan Freeman as a suggestion. Dark Knight. What was a Dark Knight Joker? That's Heath Ledger, right?
Yes.
That's why so serious.
I mean, not the peak Joker, the Jared Leto.
Peak Joker? is that just distilled pure Joker?
Yeah, that's in its purest form.
Yeah. I know that Leto is, or not Leto, Ledger. Heath Ledger is a very beloved Joker. I don't care. Stop fighting me. But after seeing the recent movie, I think that Joaquin Phoenix is my favorite Joker.
Really? I enjoyed Joker. I mean, I enjoyed the movie Joker. I don't know if I enjoyed it more than I enjoyed Dark Knight.
It's a koala. Look at him sitting there, being koala-y. Probably eating shoots and leaves. Oh, wait, that's a panda. Sorry.
And they eat leaves. But I hope Jeremy's here keeping track of all this stuff. See?
Helps.
Yeah. If not, I'm gonna have to start typing. Ah, yes. Thank God. Thank you, Jeremy. I was about to pull up Notepad and start typing down requests, but now I won't. And I'm thankful. Mark Hamill is an excellent Joker.
He does Joker's voice in a lot of things, doesn't he? I know
Yeah.
He was Batman Beyond.
Yeah, he stopped for what he did. I think the last up until the Killing Joke. I think he stopped after one of the Arkham games. I think he did Joker,
That's right.
and he was like, "Yeah, I'm done unless they do Killing Joke." And then they did Killing Joke, and he's like, "All right, well, I guess I got to do it." And then I haven't seen it, but apparently it wasn't great.
Yeah.
Did not live up to the comic.
The hype. It's got them yellow teeths.
Got a brush. Sing happy birthday twice. Okay, so for anyone that's watching, you can there's a URL on the bottom ticker there, because we got a lot of requests coming in, and we will get to as many as we possibly can. But no promises, because there's more requests than there is time to make pancakes. And but if you wanted to get your request bumped to the front of the line, you can go to that dancakes.com/Sunday-request and get yourself a sweet pancake.
Get yourself a sweet
Now
pancake.
skip the line.
Skip the line.
Dancakes Flash Pass.
Takes Flash Pass. You must be this rich.
Ah,
to
well,
enter.
looks like we got our first donation from Jesse.
Wow, thank you so much. That is much appreciated for sure.
Indeed, indeed, indeed.
Indeed, indeed. That's my thanks. for the donation request
Oh,
song. I wrote it,
nice. Very nice.
producing it for a while, and just workshopping it, just trying to get some feedback on the, are there enough do's? Are there enough doots? Is the bass line good? How about the arpeggiator?
I would say do none of those things and just stop.
Oh.
I would just hit
1860.
just
stop.
Just hit delete on all of that.
Hit delete. Control Z. I'm gonna slap that koala on that piece of plate. What did our donation request?
It is I'm gonna send you the link. It is Marley Matlin from Avatar, not the Last Airbender, but the James Cameron.
Marley Matlin. Oh, you sent the image request to me?
Yeah. Oh, I sent you. Oh, in WhatsApp, but you can pull it up there. You got the tablet. So. Oh, will I do any pancakes? I'll probably hop on the grill and do some pancakes at some point.
Oh,
yeah.
There it is. New order. Reference image. Look at that.
So H Hong on Periscope asked who gets to eat all these pancakes, and our answer is nature.
Sometimes me.
Sometimes. We make a lot of pancakes though during these streams, and we wanted to maintain our girlish figures. We couldn't eat all of them, but luckily we do have a compost pile heap of compost here at the studio, so that's where they'll end up, and so they'll get eaten. They'll go back to the earth from whence they came. And if we get any really good ones, or if anybody happen to want to get one preserved because we do, I don't know if you see behind Dan here on the top right, there's all these framed pancakes behind him. If you get one and you're like, oh, I want that one on my wall, you can always shoot us an email and let us know, and we'll save it for you. Can't eat it once it's in a frame, but you can look at it and think about eating it.
Tell your friends that you thought about eating it at one point.
Yeah, I mean, Bradley, technically it's a waste of food, but I guess every sketch that you throw away, or every rough draft that you type out that doesn't get printed, is wasted as well. So at least they're not ending up in a landfill where they'll just get covered up and they'll just get deprived of oxygen and never be able to properly get their due. Let's see, apparently the audio's out of sync. Hey Dan, when you get a second, just give me a little clap.
A clap? How about a snap?
That works too. That seems pretty.
I guess I didn't put enough air thread on this. Oh well. Guess that's life. Sometimes you put enough erythritol in it, sometimes you don't.
Let's see, apparently we got another donation here from Allie.
Joker.
So does the audio seem off on anybody else out there watching this stream, like out of sync? It looks okay on my end here, but you never know. Technology's a crazy thing.
It's jokely. Joke Jameson.
Jokey McJokeface.
Jokel the Yokel. John Jacob Jingleheimer joke. You said we got another order?
Yeah.
From Allie. Pug. Is to make pug. Pug. I'm gonna draw a pug. Look at that pug right there. Little puggle.
Yeah, it's Betty White's 99th birthday.
I was talking to Hannah. I was like, well, if Betty White makes it to 100, then we're going to have to declare that day a national holiday.
I see nothing improper about this.
What's up, Ben?
No, I'm just trying to figure out this audio thing. So I chat Allie in the chat, but also mention if you wanted to get the pug preserved after the fact, just shoot an email over to hank@dancakes.com, and he will turn my ringer off here for my notifications because I can hear them in the mic. But anyways, he'll get back to you and let you know, because you need to figure out exactly what you want and how you want it, the framing and all that stuff, to get you an exact price. But definitely a fairly reasonable and cheap price, all considering, especially since the pancake part's already done, which is the hardest part. Well, not the hardest part, but it's the most important part.
Got any other requests, donation requests, or?
What's up, Xavier? Let's see here. I'm gonna double check. All right, I don't see any new donations, so we can draw from the list. I'm gonna step into the other room and check the audio
I like
on.
that Appa suggestion.
That is a good one.
Appa's a good request, and it's easy to draw in Pancake batter.
I'm gonna check the audio sync on the other computers and see if I can figure this out.
Appa the sky bison. Appa the sky bison. Big old sky bison dancing in the sky. Wonder if Appa is a really nice guy. Yep, yep. Pug. Cute. Cutie. Cute little pug. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Pretty good right there. It's pretty dang good. Does not look correct. Gotta pull this pug off of here. I'm just going to do Appa's head. I'm not going to do Appa's whole body. So I didn't really give myself room to do Appa's whole body, even if I wanted to. It's got like a Beatles bowl cut. Who's your favorite Beatle? Appa, the Sky Bison. He was replaced by Ringo. I'm very funny. You don't need to confirm or deny that. I already know. So. Ben's back. Don't tell him I was being funny.
What?
Don't let him know.
You can't do that. Stop.
That's illegal. Stop, thief. This looks right. Why not?
I think I figured it out. Okay.
What'd you figure out, Ben?
I think I figured out the sync issue.
You didn't even need to call a plumber.
Oh.
I'm so confused.
I gotta go step in the other room, check it in there.
Oh no.
Because what I hear out of my headphones, the monitoring is different than the actual output. Slightly. Makes it confusing.
Bison in the sky. Bison in the sky. Bud, how you doing? Kimberly donated. Thank you. Let me check the email here. So let's take a look, see at what you're asking for. Thank you so much. Kim Polly. Bob or Linda from Bob's Burgers, please. We're going to go with Linda. What a character. They play off of each other very well. Well-written show. You know, I probably can't just Google Linda. I should probably Google Linda Bob's Burgers. Yeah, that's a little bit more specific, huh? Can't believe I just Googled Linda. Oh, you want Linda? Just somebody named Linda. Bobby! So many photos on this iPad.
Oh, if you want to change your donated request, just say so.
Somebody wants to...
Unless it's already on the griddle.
Oh, you want Michael Scott instead of Linda from Bob's Burgers. Okay.
All right, we're back in sync.
Okay, I can do that.
Audio is...
Michael Scott. Not Michael Kors. Michael Scott.
Let's see, Kimberly.
The Ridley Scotch. She was going to get Linda or Bob from Bob's Burgers, but I have interrupted that. And now I have summoned up an image of the good boy, Michael Scott. To get it in a frame, you can actually send an email to Hank at dancakes.com. Let him know that you're watching the stream right now and that you paid for a Michael Scott request, and then we can work out additional payment for the preservation process.
Us not giving a straight up price is not us being coy. We literally don't do that. that's Hank's purview.
Appa. Yep.
We try to let everybody take care of their own responsibilities. And that's Hank's.
And I suppose that when the virus takes him, it will all be free.
Yeah, that's how it works. That's the discount code.
Want to explain the preservation process to Ashley there, Ben?
Sure. So what'll happen is it'll go in the near future. In the immediate term, it's going to go into a freezer, a deep freeze, and then at some point here during the week, Hank will get to it and it will get freeze dried. We have an industrial. Is it industrial? Because technically it's for like doomsday preppers and stuff. We have a freeze dryer.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd call it industrial.
Yeah.
I would. Well, that's not. I would totally call it industrial, just
because it sounds
sound
cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got an industrial
freeze dryer. Freezes whole industries in there.
It's capitalism itself.
Yeah.
So it goes into a freeze dryer, which gets all of the moisture out of it, which is what allows it to stay fresh or to not get moldy and do all sorts of weird things that moist bread does. And so then at that point it gets...
that was my high school nickname. Sorry, go on.
Moist bread?
Yeah.
And then it gets sealed with decoupage glue. And then it gets set into a frame with and then you can pick whatever color frame you want. All the frames are handmade in our workshop, so anything special you want in that regard, just let them know, and then once the frame is built and the pancake is freeze dried and sealed, then it gets set in the frame and poured, and the resin gets poured over it, and then it's done. And once the resin sets and cures, it's there forever. There's no going back.
We've tried.
Yeah, and they I mean, it's, I guess we can't know for sure if they'll last forever, but we know for a fact that they
last for at least 2 years.
At least 2 years. We've yet to have, once we refine this process, we've yet to have one start to turn or change in any way.
Except for in the usual way, like change alliance.
Yeah, well, of course, shirts, skins,
Slowly they start to become your enemy, mocking you from the wall. But, I mean, I think that's more of an artist thing, so you probably, if you get it from us, you're probably fine.
Yeah. Let's see here. So apparently we got some requests in the mailbox here. So I'm gonna. Got a couple requests there. I won't click on them just so that way you know that they're the new ones. So you can see that they're unread. Actually, I can check them in my Dancakes email, and you can check them. Oh, apparently we got something. We got a. All right, what do we got here? What do we got? Oh, that's actually something else completely.
Michael Scott.
Oh, a machete. Okay.
Machete.
Natsu from Fairy Tale.
We got more email requests.
We do, so whenever you're...
Beautiful thing. Just gander here. Let me see here. We got 2 more on top. All right. Luis Jimenez. That's who from Fairy Tale. Natsu Fairy Tale. What's up, Natsu? How you doing? Do. Had your photos. Gonna draw you for these folks on the internet. Do. All right.
Dan, I tossed a coin to the caker.
I am the,
Hey,
I
are
am
you the caker? You are the one who cakes?
Yeah. And one such caker at any rate.
What'd you do with your time away, Dan? What activities has life brought you?
I allowed my sleep schedule to lapse a full 24 hours. So at one point I was waking up at like 1 in the morning and desperately trying to figure out what the heck my brain was doing to me, but I figured it out.
Nice.
I started to learn how to code, which is a new thing for me. Always kind of kept that at arm's distance because of I'm very sort of self-conscious and anxious about my abilities to do that, and I guess I got over that in the last couple weeks because I was like,
What languages in particular are you diving into?
I am learning C# and LaTeX, which they have nothing to do with each other. LaTeX is the code I'm trying to learn so that I can help my typesetter do the Anthromancer Codex better. It's a typesetting programming language. Apparently, textbooks are programmed, and I didn't know that.
Makes sense.
That way you can, that's how they get they auto-generate things like the glossary, like the index. All those things are possible because it's a programming language. So if you add something to the book, it just throws it into the glossary right away, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Very interesting. So I'm learning LaTeX. I'm also learning C# because that's the basic. There's a modified version of C# that the Unity game engine uses, and I'm trying to teach myself how to do Unity game design because it ain't gonna teach itself to me.
It will not.
It's 30 years it hasn't done that, so I guess if I want to get into that world, I'm gonna have to get off my ass and do it. That's what I did with my couple weeks. I learned how to make a little red cylinder jump.
Nice,
move around. I felt pretty good about it. I was like, wow, it only took me 14 hours, but
hey, that's
at the end of it, I mean, it was a little. I could make that guy jump in a hole if I wanted to.
there you go.
So, what about you, Ben? What did you do? Where's Mike Scott, by the way?
I worked on some nice. Because very, very enthused. I worked on some stuff around the studio. Since Hank had quarantined himself in his house, so I could come into the studio safely. And so I built us a new desk setup.
You're using it right now. You look like a master and commander.
That's
far
the idea.
side of the desk.
The way I can dominate the room from way over here.
With your presence.
Yes.
Brian Willis is getting it's machete. Looks so grumpy. It's such a low resolution picture. Let's do it.
It comes with extra JPEG?
Yeah, we're going. Yeah. That's how I feel right now.
Ooh.
I feel compressed. Carry on.
Let's see. I worked on my website some because I'm slowly getting my website together so I can post all the stuff that I work on somewhere. Let's see what else I do. Oh, I watched Diva and I started watching The Flash, the CW Flash. It's such a bad show. It's so terrible. But it's so bad that we're like into it simply based on how terrible it is. I don't know if you watch any of the CW shows.
Can't say that I do.
Yeah, the DC shows, they're so terribly written.
Seems like DC's good at that.
Yeah, they take it to a whole new level here.
Wow.
Yeah. Sorry if anybody out here actually.
Giant fan, like the actors out there. Was it Andrew Garfield or whatever? Who's the Flash?
Oh, because the Flash in the movies is different than the television. It's not like Marvel where they're completely intertwined. Where Robert Downey Jr.'s Tony Stark exists in Daredevil, even if you don't see him. And I always I remember back in the day I would wonder why don't they do have actual crossovers with their DC TV shows like Netflix does. And then I watched an episode of Supergirl and I was like, oh, it's because they're bad.
They're not very good.
So yeah, and we've been doing that, a lot of that, and building a workshop for myself down in my basement.
That's pretty good.
Good
stuff right there.
Yeah. And just a lot of flailing around, getting stuff halfway done, none of it completely done. Sort of my MO, my go-to. And did not learn C#. Don't know C#. but I'm sure I'll have to dive into it one day. That's the thing about, I mean, and I'm, if you haven't figured this out already, you'll figure it out soon enough. Programming, like learning a programming language is, nobody's, I mean, I shouldn't say nobody, but like, no matter how good you get, you're never going to be able to type more than like 5 lines of code before you have
to go and look something up.
Yeah.
I take a lot of solace knowing that. Actually, TJ invited me to, so Unity has the built-in collaborate functionality, and it's designed so that you
a Git.
Sort of, I mean, it's basically an interface so that you can like share projects with each other and make sure that you're opening the correct version, so that you don't like try and do edits in a later edition of Unity and accidentally break everything, which I guess was a problem for a while. But he gave me, there's this piece of the Anthromancer project that is very, very niche. Most people will not experience it, but it's also, I think, one of the coolest parts in it is this riddle that unlocks a meditation sequence hidden away on a .exe file that'll ship with the music assets and stuff. And I got to actually open the hood on that today and look at it and make little modifications to certain things. And like, I don't know, it was, even though I didn't do anything particularly fancy, it still felt very empowering that I was able to change a computer program, a video game.
It's a computer program.
Yeah, I mean, change it so that it did the thing I needed it to do without having to, wait 3 days for TJ to get back to me. And I was like, oh man, I can't wait to be able to do the whole thing on my own. So I don't even have to hit TJ up in the first place, and I can just pretend he doesn't exist. No.
And stop being his friend.
Stop being his friend. All right, you ready for Natsu? 3, 2, 1.
There you go.
Okay, I'm done. I'm gonna hurt myself.
Thank you, Bud Weber. We like to
Lost one of your hair points.
Oh,
Anime
no.
pointy hair boy. Can't be losing those hair points. Take a gander. Excuse me. You got any new orders? Nope. Okay. What do we got? The squirt from Finding Nemo. Moana. A giraffe. Iron Patriot, the Captain America Iron Man design. A rooster. Rick and Morty. Pinky. Kaminari from Lego Academia. Supernatural. Betty White. Fortnite. A giraffe. I'm gonna do a giraffe because I don't have to look anything up for that.
Oh, straight from the horse's head.
Top of the dome. After this giraffe, you wanna switch with me, Ben?
Sure.
Dust some of the old cobweb. How long has it been since you did pancakes? About as long as me.
Yeah, maybe a smidge longer because it went down like the day before I was supposed to do my stream.
Oh yeah,
So-
that's right.
So maybe a week longer.
Let's make this giraffe's neck just a little bit more comical. Yeah. Let's really emphasize that this is a giraffe. And to really draw it home, we're gonna make the body real tiny. Giraffe neck. Look at that. Giraffe with a giraffe neck. It's a giraffe with a giraffe neck. Look at it hanging out.
Nice. So one nice thing about about using since you're learning C#, I mean it applies to everything, but like it's a object-oriented programming language.
JavaScript is that as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sorry,
Java's
object notation.
I think JavaScript is procedural. I mean, I could be because it's I guess it could be both technically. So it just depends. But PHP is object-oriented. Python is object-oriented. And like, I mean, really, the biggest thing with any sort of programming language, it's not about understanding like syntax is important, but that's why you have IDEs and Stack Overflow.
Excuse me.
Yeah. But
What does IDE stand for?
IDE stands for, that's the, oh geez, you're making me look up acronyms now. Integrated Development Environment.
And what is an IDE?
So software application, so it's like whenever you're typing the code out and like you make a syntax error and it's like, hey,
This doesn't work.
You forgot a semicolon on line 1024.
Okay. Yeah.
That type of thing.
Wow, that doesn't look very good, but that's okay.
Neither does he.
It was a really creative photo. All right, with that.
This isn't the best place to stop.
We'll quit while you're ahead.
Which
is to say, not here. Majid. This is Machuti. Machud.
This is the Sam's choice.
Oh, I'll be right back, Ben.
He's steak knife. All right, guys, I'm gonna step over here real quick. All right. I don't like chairs. I like to stand. Oh, cool. Yeah. Dudenson. Yeah, Hankel. As soon as I mean, I don't know. It's his day off, and he's still feeling the after effects of having COVID. He's still pretty fatigued. He's on the other side of it though. He's past it. He's got through his quarantine, which is awesome. But it's his day off, so he may get back to you today. But if not, he will get back to you first thing in the morning because he's a normal person who does like the whole 8 to 5 thing. All right, so
be mindful about the erythritol because, I mean, I think part of the reason that there's not enough in there is because there wasn't any left. So I just threw like
what you could.
That much in.
Gotcha.
But oh wow, look at this comfy chair.
I found on the side of the road.
Wow.
Let's see, let me get my phone.
It's full of
somebody else's farts.
Full of centipedes. Centipedes in my office chair? It's more likely than you think.
All right, so let's see, Castiel from Supernatural. So we did all the other ones. Nice.
Yeah, Jeremy says you have a donation. I guess that's what you're looking at right now?
Yep.
Okay, cool. One more for the Francois pile. Thanks, Jeremy. You always know what to say. Machumbly.
Alright, I'm looking this up on my phone. I got a big old iPad right here.
Cassie Huffnagel says, hi Dan and Ben, can you please make Eliza from the Wild Thornberries? That's a good suggestion, Cassie. We'll put that on the list. Bud's throwing out the Fortnite suggestion. Sky Kid, hope everyone's doing well. Great work, team. Good to see you, Sky Kid. Appreciate you.
It's good to be back. Ooh, that's not too bad. It's a little low res, but I think that's good enough I can work with. Pancakes are kind of low res, so it'll. But I think I was talking a little bit about programming a little bit. It's like really the biggest thing. It's like it's not about knowing language. It's just about once you understand the logic, then you're fine. And then it's just a matter of looking it up and like not screwing up the syntax. You can learn any language in a week or two and be not wretched at it.
Look at that handsome giraffe. Wow.
Giraffe go giraffe.
That should be my art style from now on. Everything I draw should be
a giraffe.
Yes.
Let's go to do somebody's portrait and it's a giraffe. All right.
Duckman.
Oh wow. The old,
Ryan going for the deep cuts.
good old Jason Alexander. That was a really good cartoon. I enjoyed that.
Appreciate that, Ashley. Thank you very much.
The 90s was really like when we had so many short-lived, amazing cartoons. I think we had The Critic, had Duckman. What else was there? Those are the two off the top of my head. I know there's more. And we had stuff like The Tick, which was, I don't think it was one season.
Amanda Mercer on Facebook says, "Hi Dan, I always seem to just barely miss your stream, so I'm ecstatic I was able to join today. Love your work, it looks so much fun. The giraffe is so cute. I'm about to be blown away by Ben Daniel over here.
Yep, here we go.
His first pancake in
3 weeks.
Since his first pancake this year.
Holy sh!
Yeah,
We did that one already.
We did that one already. The Tick, yes sir. Aeon Flux.
Oh yeah. Shoot, trying to think. MTV had a lot of really. Oh, Clone High, duh.
And Stimpy.
Ernest, that wasn't really short-lived though. It had quite a few seasons, all considering. Let's see.
Ben,
What up?
if I want to change the ticker, because the equivalent's misspelled.
Did I misspell equivalent?
Don't worry about it. You're in the middle of making.
Oh, I spelled equivalent.
Equivalent. Hey,
Yeah.
Christian, how are you, my friend? Good to
Sam,
see you.
Unfortunately, you don't have. I might still be logged in, but you gotta.
I'm not gonna worry about it.
Yeah, you gotta go in and change the PHP template.
Just for now, we are going to be borderline illiterate.
I mean it's on brand, right?
Yeah. Hey, Alex. Welcome to the chat. You guys are free to make suggestions
And
for what you'd like to see us craft in pancake batter on the griddle here.
free to make suggestions, free to make fun of us.
Yeah, mock us,
Yeah.
deride us,
Don't make fun of anybody else, but we're
just us.
We're
That's
giving
what we're
you-
here for.
we're giving you permission.
We're here for your joy. That's why we're here. Is it? Why are we here?
Why isn't anybody here? Asking the big
Oh,
questions.
we got another donation in the mailbox after Castile.
Alright. Starting to get some peeling, Dan.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I want to turn it down.
I already did.
Just force the bottles up my nose.
I mean, could put that on the end of the stream. Something to do.
Something to do.
Yeah.
Heavens to Betsy.
That's what I said.
I see your suggestion, bud. We'll put it on the list.
Give him a nice, slightly enlarged forehead, probably. That's okay. Okay. Oh, jeez. His eye is peeling really bad over there. This is unfortunate. Yeah. Shoot. Oh, no. Oh, shoot. I went to go fix one thing and I took off his eyebrow too. So here we go. Thanks, Dan.
Sorry, Ben. I ruined everything.
I'm used to it. And I'll just redo the other one too, because it's know what? It doesn't matter. At a certain point, just gotta let it go. What will be, will be.
Let it be. Let it be. Let it be. Let it DMC takedown.
Let it be a DMCA takedown?
Let it be a DMCA takedown. Digital Millennium Copyright Act.
Correct.
My brain has been swimming in algorithms. Not algorithms, jeez. Acronyms. Acronyms!
It's been ironic that the Digital Millennium Copyright Act was passed in 1996.
I don't know if that's what ironic means.
I think so. Don't take that from me.
Isn't it ironic?
Yeah, actually.
Don't you DMCA takedown.
Again. I mean, ironically. Now everybody's like, oh, ironic isn't ironic, but actually it is. That whole, like, everybody hopped on that bandwagon, but, like, if you actually look up the definition of an ironic, it actually does fit.
What about chironic?
Chiropractic?
Cathonic.
Catharsis.
Cathode ray.
Sorry. No.
Catheters right there, man. You just didn't want to talk about catheters. I get it. It's personal.
Exactly. Jesus Christ. Embarrass me.
Amanda Mercer. I wonder what landscape paintings would look like as pancakes, or would they be land cakes?
Oh.
Landscapes?
Oh, we got some examples.
Land crepes?
Landscapes are fun to do as pancakes. All right.
What was this last? Dancakes, did you hear about the masked singer? Heal? Dancakes did heal about the masked singer. I did not. What about? I heard that there's a masked dancer now. I saw.
They just won't stop.
I saw a Twitter thread where I think it was the masked dancer, and the woman was Elizabeth Smart. Do you know who Elizabeth Smart was?
I'm so clueless.
Elizabeth Smart was. She became prominent because she was abducted as a kid and kept kidnapped and imprisoned, and wrote a book about it and became an activist, and it's just really surreal to see that name after all those years. Just pop out of the Masked Singer.
I'm a dancer.
Like, what the heck? The simulation writers have lost all control of the plot. Oh, y'all got a new puppy. What breed? What's its name? How old is it? Tell us about the puppy.
Alright, gotta fill this. I gotta move on to the next one. Going slow.
Bill Nye the Science Guy was on The Masked Dancer as Ice Cube.
Wait.
Like,
he didn't do makeup to make him look.
No, I'm from what
or
I understand.
As an Ice Cube.
Is, that's what I'm assuming that means, is that he had like a giant cube on his head.
Okay.
He's just got Ice Cube's gigantic head on his head.
I mean, or
that'd be pretty funny.
Or the other thing.
Somehow I don't think that would. I don't know, man. I don't know if that would be worth the ratings. A puppy is a furry potato when they are small. Dudson 2089. You're correct. Masked Singer's coming back in spring.
Okay, so we got the Castile one.
Ice Cube mask.
So okay. So what do we got in our?
Jeremy said there's another one in the.
Really?
Email-a-thon.
Refresh here. Rooster. From Amanda. Amanda, you're gonna get a rooster like no other. Then we're gonna snuff the rooster. We've come. to snuff the rooster.
How about a stick of butter?
Jeez. Can't type from far away. My hands don't work that far out. Oh, that's interesting. I like that one. Do like that one too. Oh, why do there have to be so many good rooster options?
Follow your heart, Ben.
If only I had one.
Follow your soul? No, you know what, Ben? Follow the funk.
That
I know you've got the funk.
That I can do. Oh,
I know you've got the
I've
funk.
got so much funk, Dan.
Ben's got the funk.
Not the kind of funk you're thinking.
Ben's got the funk. DMCA takedown.
My God. I know I gotta go fast, so there's that. So funny, Dan.
That's a picture on the internet. Here. You're in the middle of drawing. I don't want to interrupt you too much. I don't know how many pancakes we're going to make after the rooster. Bud. We'll probably stay on. It's 3:44. We'll probably stay on for another 30, 45 minutes.
Yeah, we started.
We started late.
Yeah. I got a leaky boy?
Yeah. I dropped a little dot there that wasn't supposed to come out, so. Let me fix that for you. My liege. My king. My prince. Where the heck are the twos?
Should be some in there.
There's a two. Found it. Aha!
Yeah.
See? There you go.
Oh yes. Peel boy.
Sorry.
See, it's the thing, I never got accustomed to drawing in a way to like prevent peeling. I just prevented it in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
So okay. I guess I'm just
Bud, if you drop in on the next live stream, the next request stream, it'll be Sunday, a week from now. We will totally be able to make that for you. Amanda Mercer says, if you ever need to smile, sing any song or intro music, but with a rooster voice. Gets a laugh every time.
Interesting.
What about maybe Pokemon? Dun, dun, dun. I wanna. What?
How do you sing
What is
a rooster?
rooster voice? I wanna be.
Bark, 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 bark. Bark, 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 bark. Bark, bark, bark.
It's agitating my throat. It's gonna give me COVID. That's how you get it, right? You do rooster voices.
Yeah,
Which is why Hank gets it, because he wakes up every morning and wakes the neighborhood up.
Yeah,
because he's the rooster.
He's the designated rooster.
He just goes out front.
As loud as he can.
Hank can get pretty loud. Careful with them vocals, bros. Was it too loud, Sky Kid? I'm sorry.
Blowing up their ears.
Blowing out their ears.
Blow it out your ears, Dan.
Blow it out my ears. I usually do. I usually do blow out my ears. You know what I've been getting a lot lately?
What's that?
Tinnitus.
Uh-oh.
A lot.
Are you clenching your jaw?
Not
Do you grind your teeth in your sleep at all?
probably.
So, I have tinnitus as well. So,
That makes sense.
Yeah,
I don't
and
know why. It just.
yeah. No. Diva and I both have it. Some of mine is from being young and stupid, but the vast majority of it, from what I can tell, because like all of my hearing tests have come back fine, and since like I was young and dumb and didn't wear earplugs whenever I would jam with my friends a lot, but like I didn't do that for very long. By the time I was in my early 20s, like 21 or so, I was like, wait a second, I need earplugs, and so like religiously since then, but I still have tinnitus, and it's because I clench my jaw and I grind my teeth, and it causes tension in your jaw to mess with the muscles of your inner ear.
That makes sense.
And,
I've
like,
always grind my teeth ever since I was a kid.
Yeah, same. And like
That's why we're so smart. Doing all the extra calculations there in our
in our teeth.
Our jaw brain.
We're like octopus. We have our brains aren't just starting in our heads; they're also in our grinding teeth.
Yes, Carla, we do keep the stream up, but they're all archived on our Facebook, our YouTube, and our. I'm not sure if Twitch archives them long term, but at least for a week.
Yeah, and then Periscope. I don't know if Periscope do it. I don't know. I don't know enough about Periscope.
Periscope is whenever I catch, because I use Twitter more than any other platform, like for myself.
Yeah.
And whenever I see us streaming while I'm browsing, it's just awkward as heck to integrate and communicate on. So.
Let's see.
What's next? The Masked Yodeler? Says dudes in 2089.
Can you yodel, Dan?
Yodelay, yodelay.
Gotta be able to zip them vocal cords.
Here, I'll show you this picture.
Okay. That's right.
I know your address. I've known it longer.
That's it? Oh, yeah. Okay. There he is.
Castile. That's very Castile. It's so pouty.
I wasn't sure how accurate it was going to be since it's been a few weeks, but I felt like I captured his essence nonetheless.
Yeah, his essence is there for sure.
All right, so we got that. Our rooster is cooking. There, 11 secret herbs and spices.
That's a lot of them.
Yeah, that's more than 10. Alright, let's see here. Do we have any new orders? I don't see any new orders, so Jeremy, if you want to drop that beautiful bean footage. Oh wait, energy sword from the video game series Halo. Okay.
Oh, cool. An energy sword.
Here we go.
Welcome back.
The dream was your ticket out.
What?
Welcome back, Cotter.
Welcome home. What?
You ever watch Welcome Back, Cotter?
I don't know what Welcome Back Connor is. No.
It's a TV. It was John Travolta's first show thing. Like do you remember?
It was John Travolta's first thing. Sorry, man. I got nothing.
Do you remember the the up your nose with a rubber hose? You know that at all?
No.
No? Mr. Carter. You don't remember any of that stuff?
Oh
No.
gosh.
Ah.
Oh Ben, I think
and the theme song. I mean, I watched it on Nick at Night. It wasn't like I grew up. I mean, I grew up with it, but it was like,
I get you.
It was on in the.
I love that you are such an elder millennial. It's so funny, like having you and Dana in the same company. Because I think Dana counts as a millennial. I think.
Yeah.
She's she's a cusp.
Yeah,
right?
and I'm like, I mean.
You're like the Gen X cusp.
Yeah. Basically, yeah. Because like I was there when grunge happened, but I was a little kid.
You were at your most impressionable.
Exactly, which is why
really,
I wore so much flannel in high school.
You're just Gen X with more youth.
Exactly. Yeah. I can still move.
I can still move. Yeah.
Still got it. Yeah.
Also, Jeremy's pointing out there's 2 donations total: Energy Sword and Danny Phantom.
Oh, okay. So yeah, so the theme song to Mr. Cotter was like the opening lines were "Welcome back, the dream was your ticket out." That's where I got that from.
Yeah,
So.
sorry I missed the reference. But we got to talk about being elders now.
Being old.
Being elder. I'm about to be 31. 31 feels worse than 30 did. Because when 30 it was like, haha!
I made it.
But now I'm at 31 and I'm like, oh crap, I'm in my 30s.
Ah, shoot.
Dag nabbit.
Now you say things like dag nabbit.
Dosh gone it. Bud, we would love to have you next Sunday as well. It's always a pleasure.
Yeah.
Oh, and I love y'all too. It's Alex is on the Christian Finetti account, right?
The what?
This is family. This is family of mine. This is how do I? Let me think. Christian is. So my mom's maiden name is Finetti. My mom. Hold up. My mom's dad's brother's son. So my mom's cousin. So my second cousin.
I am so lost right now.
I don't know. Apparently, I got a bunch of relatives in St. Louis, and they're all Finettis.
Oh.
We make ourselves laugh too, Bud. MD17, yo. Is that your sister?
Where?
MD17 on Twitch.
Oh, I think so. Yeah, actually.
Howdy, Emily. Welcome to the stream. It is. We have confirmation.
All right. Sort here. And
How are you all doing? Doing okay.
yeah.
We're intact. We have our health.
Mm-hmm.
We do.
So far, yeah. Hank, oh, he seems to be doing okay though. Seems
Yeah.
like he didn't get. Yeah.
Hank's just tired all the time, which,
Yeah.
you know,
That's
not ideal.
Yeah, he didn't lose his taste or anything, so.
So at least he can be tired while eating tasty food.
Exactly.
Ryan's in the chat, flipping art dude, our Dancakes artist down in old
Ryan.
Tejas. How you doing? How you doing, Ryan? Hank would have the handle part-time rooster. Hank would be part-time. No, Hank's a full-time rooster.
Yeah.
Hank screams all the time. That's why it's so weird to have him not in the studio right now, because you know that episode of Rick and Morty with the screaming son? It's like that when he answers emails.
That's actually why Dan has tinnitus. That's
Yeah, from Hank just screaming into my ear. Oh! I don't know if you guys know this, but at Dancakes, we have a saying, and that saying is just say things.
Yeah.
Just say whatever comes to mind. Just say words. Make noises. Flap those gums.
loud noises.
Da, 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 da. And then every now and then opportunities fall into your lap because of it. It's the weirdest thing.
I've had so many things fall into my lap because of this company.
Yeah.
I won't say if they were good or bad, but they were in my lap.
Slap chop.
Check out my slap chop. You're really going to enjoy it.
ShamWow. I can't wait for the vaccine for COVID-19, says Bud Weber.
You and me both. So,
Yeah, I'm really tired of everybody I know turning into ravens and not me. I want to be a raven.
Yeah.
I could flap around.
They're
I could
so-
say caw.
You know how they're smart. They're so smart. I can't tell you how many threads on Reddit I've seen where they just talk about how smart ravens are.
I'm a big fan of ravens. Look at that!
Hail the rooster.
It's actually a really nice pancake.
Thanks.
The peeling added to the
Yeah, got a
interesting texture of it.
little accidental abstractness to it. Yeah, sometimes it works in your favor though. Yeah, you lose your lines, but you keep your shading, and so it gives it an interesting.
Makes it look like you knew what you were doing.
That, yeah. Little do they know. Nobody knows what they're doing.
My favorite thing is Pikachu, the life version from Pokemon. You mean the live action Pikachu from the movie? Is that what you're talking about?
The Ryan Reynolds.
Classic. Can't believe Ryan Reynolds got to play Pikachu. What a gift.
Yeah.
What a gift.
I mean, Ryan Reynolds is a gift.
Ploopy Berry Studios. I've got 2 projects due today and did none of them. Wish me luck.
Good luck.
I guess that's all you got, huh? Best of luck. Emily's stalling from doing dishes right now. You know, I get that.
Yeah.
I don't know. Dishes and folding laundry are two things that I've always been very good about because I find a lot of zen in them. Hannah hates doing them, and that works out great.
Me too. You want to come over
I
and fold my laundry?
I don't live at your house.
Dan, come over, fold my laundry.
Fold my shorts. Timon dancing the hula. Very good. You making Danny Phantom there, Ben?
I am.
That's you know, our good buddy.
Good buddy.
Butcher
Oaxis.
Hartman, Mr. Oaxis himself.
The one and only.
Yeah. Dan, what's your favorite animal? My favorite animal is, ravens, straight up. I know we were talking about them, but it's totally, that's it. That's the thing. Ravens are, I like any animal that is smart enough to be a jerk. Because like there's a certain threshold, right? There's a certain threshold where like animals can be scary and animals can be aggressive and animals can be mean, but I think there's a certain level of cleverness that you need to be a jerk, to be like rude, you know, you're not being outwardly hostile. You're just being inconvenient. You're just making my life harder. And ravens do that stuff all the time. They're very clever, goofy birds, and I also love how big they are. Because like the first time I saw one in person, I think was when I went out to Yellowstone with my wife a couple years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, you see crows, and sometimes there's big crows. Crows can get pretty big, and then you see a raven, you're like, oh, that's just a black eagle. It's just a giant bird. Like,
I mean, aren't crows and ravens essentially the same thing though?
They're the same like genus or whatever. They're corvids. And very clever animals. That any animal that can understand how to use a tool to get a thing, gotta watch out for them. Because it's like one step away from them playing pranks on you.
Oof. It's like, why does this look so wrong? It's because I put his eyes so far. And I was like, I'm going to scrape away one little thing here, and then I scraped all the way away.
There it goes.
I made it.
Dudes in 2089 says, "The Millennium Elder, you shall always pass." What?
Sure.
That's good. That's good stuff.
I'll take it.
Emily says, Ben, I'm getting the impression you really want me to watch Avatar: The Last Airbender, and if you're only getting that from Ben, will now allow me to give you the impression that I'm telling you to watch The Last Airbender. Emily's request is your favorite character from the show, Ben.
Oh, ooh. Okay.
And Linda, can I buy the Timon Preserve? So after that Danny Phantom, there's a hula dancing Timon from, I'm assuming, The Lion King. And Linda's asking if they can buy the Timon Preserved. And you totally can. Send an email to hank@dancakes.com once the pancake's done. And we'll make sure to set aside all the pieces that people want us to preserve. We'll set them aside and freeze them, and we can work out a price with you for the framing process. And then we'll ship it to you.
Yep.
Cat and monkey are your favorite.
What is my favorite character from Avatar? I mean, it's probably, it's Toph. Like, let's be real. I guess
Toph's pretty tough.
Yeah.
Oh, no sweat, Emily. Don't worry about it. Do monkeys help with things? I guess it depends on how many you have. You know.
Yeah, I mean, if you got enough, you get Shakespeare, right?
If you leave enough monkeys alone in a room, a million typewriters, eventually, you're going to have to send somebody in to clean up.
Because they make a mess. See, what is it, The Simpsons, where like they have a bunch of monkeys on typewriters, and like the guy comes along and like pulls up a piece of paper and it's Shakespeare, and he's just like, "What is this crap?"
I really like there's an episode of South Park where they go to Hollywood to find the people who create Family Guy, and it turns out that their writer's room is just a high-tech manatee tank with 3 manatees that are picking themed balls at random. Yes, that's how we come up with new ideas. It's the manatee tank.
That's hilarious. And I have a feeling even Seth MacFarlane probably was like, that's pretty funny.
Linda says Timon would be perfect to display in my new condo. Congrats on the new condo, Linda.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully we'll be able to get a little piece of art in there. You can always remember us. You have another question. What is that? What is a question?
So we,
A miserable pile of secrets. Sorry.
we may never know.
Don't know where that came from.
Okay, I gotta get this boy down here. Starting to run low on some stuff here. Come on, you can do it. Okay, maybe. Uh-oh. Oh no, just knocked his mouth out of the way. We're so close. Do you hear that, Dan?
Mm-hmm.
That's the sound of being close.
The sound of silence.
I think we got it. All right. Anyways, I have to refill that. And
I'll do that for you.
cool. It's my lightest brown, and then I'm gonna need a fill as well. I will outline our Danny Phantom in green because it matches his eyes. Okay. I think the reason my sister was saying that I'm trying to get her to watch Avatar, one, because I tell her to constantly, but also okay, that's the energy sword. Did I miss anything else in there? Okay, I got the Castile, Danny Phantom, energy sword.
Jeremy said there was one more after that, I think.
Rooster. Yeah, I'm just going through to make, because I'd missed the energy sword, so I wanted to make sure that I didn't miss anything else. But for Christmas, I gave my sister a bunch of media to play on her tablet, and one of those was the entire series of Avatar: Last Airbender. Stop. I still never beat the first Halo. I played it quite a bit.
I have such fond memories of Halo, specifically because there was a kid in my junior year of high school, I think, who brought Halo 1 to school on an iPod and put it on the school network. So every computer in the school suddenly got a networked version of Halo 1. And so anytime you were in a classroom with a computer,
Just playing Halo.
and you're just like, I'm gonna go sit on that computer and play Halo with all my friends. got up to no good. It was good stuff.
Man, we were just busy playing games on Candy Stand. Remember that? You remember Candy Stand? Flash games?
Candy Stand. Don't remember that.
Yeah. It's just a bunch of really terrible Flash games. I was particularly fond of the one where you kick field goals and it just like notches you back further every time, and then you get more wind and you have to... Yeah. They were all pretty bad. That was about all we could do. We didn't have anything.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's Gina. Hi,
Hey.
Gina.
We didn't have anybody cool enough to bring Halo, and also Halo didn't exist when I was in high school.
Yeah. You guys had, what did you guys have, Battletoads?
I mean, yes, actually, but let's see, what was
Networked Battletoads.
Let's see, when I was in high school, I mean, I guess it came out not too long after I was in high school, because like Dreamcast came out in '99, and then so like when I was in high school, like, you know, PS2 was the thing, and Xbox came out shortly after that. But
I remember the original Xbox. Like those giant controllers. Do you know what those were nicknamed?
No.
The Duke. They called the controller model the Duke.
Nice.
Because it was like an orb.
Yeah, I mean, I remember I had one.
Uh-huh.
I remember, because that was the system that I went for after Sega finally decided to stop making systems.
Sega. They're like, all this manufacturing is expensive. Let's just make software.
Yeah.
Like 20 years later, I'm like, relatable.
They screwed themselves so bad on that.
On what?
Just
Dreamcast?
not the Dreamcast. The Dreamcast was great, but it was too little, too late. I mean, besides the fact that they should have ponied the extra money to get a DVD
player.
But the biggest thing was that the Sega CD and the 32X, and then the subsequent Sega Saturn, like they made so many mistakes in that process that there was like almost no coming back. Because like they had the add-ons that were expensive and didn't really do anything that anybody cared about. So all of a sudden you've got all this, like they lost a lot of their goodwill in that regard. And then they come out with the Saturn, and they come out 6 months early as a surprise announcement as a Toys R Us exclusive for, and like retailers had no clue. So like retailers were.
Oh right, yeah, okay, I remember this story.
Yeah. And
hold on, what's up, Christian? Or I can't tell. It sounds like y'all are switching around on the same account. So if this is Christian Jr. or if it's Alex or if it's Christian Sr., you're saying, Dan, excuse me, Dan, what's up? What can I do for you?
Yeah, the Saturn was also not the greatest designed console.
I remember seeing very, 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 very little about the Saturn. Like they really screwed up the marketing.
Yeah, and also the design too, because the original design was actually supposed to be closer to what the 32X ended up being. And then, like in a panic, when they realized that the PlayStation was going to be way more powerful, they threw that together. And
let's cobble together something for manufacturing. That seems smart.
Yeah, I mean it was better than the 32X, but like it was also like. The way they designed it, it had it was a multi-processor system before multi-processors were the norm. And so like people had a really hard time making games for it. And which obvious, and you know, whereas the PlayStation just had one powerful processor that could do just as much, if not more, than the two processors the Saturn had. And so
Alex asks, what's your favorite thing to draw on Pancakes? Do you have a favorite thing to draw on Pancakes, Ben?
I don't know if I have a favorite thing. It sort of depends, because if it's like a gig, I like stuff that like, I almost like it whenever it's like it's an inside joke, but I have no idea what the inside joke is.
Those are always fun.
Yeah.
Because you make something that isn't that funny, and then you show it to the people, and they lose their minds laughing.
Yeah. I love that. And those happen a lot at like colleges, where like they'll have you draw their professor or whatever, some random faculty member. When I'm doing them like the long form stuff that we kind of depends. Like it's you know, at that point it's just kind of art, so it's like whatever's inspiring me. And
Play a roll of the dice.
Yeah, so like the last, you know, few streams that I did of those, I was making characters from Star Trek Discovery, because like I've really been enjoying that show, and it's an amazing show, and it's very inspiring, and so I wanted to do that stuff, and like I really enjoyed making those, more so than I had really enjoyed making pancake art in a while. But then, you know, who knows what'll be the next thing that is inspiring. It doesn't necessarily have to be a portrait or anything. Just
Liz Richards asked, how did you learn how to do pancake art? That's a very long story for all of us. It's different for each of us, but we all just kind of got roped into this in a couple of weird different ways, and it's definitely a medium that you have to put yourself in a situation where you're going to do it a lot, so that you can fail over and over and over again, because it's very, even now we still, like, I don't know if y'all saw my machete pancake earlier today, like there's plenty of pancakes, especially when we're doing it quickly.
Pancake.
Yeah, sorry, steak knife. where you end up making something that doesn't look as good as you wanted it to look. There's so many limiting factors on it. It's very much, in my mind, it's more of a parlor trick than an art, I guess. And I think that's a lot of the reason why it becomes impressive when you're able to like reproduce images in the medium. There's a lot of comments coming in here. We'll add your llama to the list of potential requests, Hannah. We might not get to it because we've been doing. If you want to bump that to the front of the line, you can leave us a donation or to our website and give us a tip. Emily says, I remember being obsessed with that Knights game, the one with the flying jester guy.
Yeah, that's a great game. They actually have
the same artists as the Sonic series, isn't it? Because the art style, I think, is very reminiscent of the Sonic.
Yeah, well, the guy who created the game, so it's kind of a, oh man, shoot.
I believe in you, Ben.
That makes one of them. So Yuji Naka gets the credit for making Sonic a lot of the times. It's because he wrote the code, he wrote the engine for Sonic, and you know all the intense math that went into being able to make him run up hills and stuff. The things that made it impressive back in the day, because you know if you look back at the old Mario games and stuff, Mario doesn't run up hills. He didn't. He does now, but
he jumps. He jumps on boxes and squares. He couldn't do
inclines,
which is such an interesting thing to think about. That was. This is something that I'm only just being able to start appreciating because I was learning to code like a first-person character the other day. Like make a red cylinder, and now here's how you make it jump and move around, and like things that I never would have thought of, like how many different components are working together to make it so that you can mouse look and move around. But that's actually two completely different programming things running in conjunction on the same thing. And I was like, wow, that's really interesting.
Yeah, and so Yuji Naka gets the credit for creating Sonic, but he didn't actually create the character. He didn't design the character. And I wish I could remember the name of the guy who actually created the character of Sonic. He doesn't get enough credit for that. But
clearly.
Yeah, exactly. I can't even remember it. So, you know, back in the day, you know, Yuji Naka was sort of elevated to sort of like the Shigeru Miyamoto status, you know, at one point in time. He created Knights, which, you know, was the idea behind Knights, other than the fantastic art direction, was that he wanted to create something that would be impossible to make on PlayStation. So I don't know what about it is impossible to do on PlayStation, but like he's obviously a genius when it comes to writing game engines. So like I assume there's something in there.
It's what an interesting reason to make a design a certain way. I want to make it so to keep my competitors from being able to. We got a couple other questions here.
Sure.
Alex on Christian Fanatia's account says, I like drawing on paper, so how is it different from Pancakes? Well, Pancakes, there's a lot of things that it's very similar. It's more similar than you might think to drawing on paper, because we do the outlines and then we color in like we're coloring in a coloring book. The main difference is that you're doing it in reverse. And there's other considerations that you have to keep in mind, that like heat control, layering. Usually when we're teaching people for the first time, we will tell them don't turn your griddle on at all and just draw on it cold. That way you don't have to race it like we've been sort of having to do on this, because our batter tends to peel and you lose your layering and that sort of thing. Sorry, Ben.
Yeah, but I forgive.
It also, because your pancake will be flipped over, you have to draw your images in reverse. And it looks like we have another question about that. Christian Jr. is asking, is it hard to make the picture in reverse? It's not really, because usually what we'll do, especially when we're like doing long form videos that we care really a lot about how it turns out, we're spending an hour on a single design, we will mirror the reference image that we use. And so then we don't really, for our brains, it's basically the same as just drawing it normally. You just draw a reversed image. Rather than reversing the image in your head, you reverse the image with software and then draw the mirror so that when you flip it over, it's correct.
Yeah, and then sometimes it honestly don't even bother.
Yeah, a lot of stuff. Especially on this stream when we're doing the request pancakes, where we're making it's more about quantity than quality, because we're trying to get to as many requests as we can. A lot of times we don't care too much about mirroring unless there's something really glaring, like people will be like, Harry Potter's scar's on the wrong side, or something like that.
Yeah.
Let's see. Linda says, Dan, do you teach pancake art? Not just me. Everybody in Dancakes teaches pancake art. We all do. We are. So basically, the way that you're enjoying this stream right now, we do digital classes using the same apparatus, to where we can do a private live stream. We can do as many people as you want to invite, give them a special link, and teach everybody that wants to be a part of this how to do pancake art. Not only that, but we can also do packages where you can order the equipment we use in everything, including the bottles, the batter, the gel colors we use, and the griddles, the griddle and the spatula. Like we've got a whole pancake art product line that is that's a big part of our classes. Like we'll do packages. It's Daniel Phantom.
Hopefully I didn't screw up the line work of the rose at all.
I don't think you did.
Yeah.
That looks fine. Daniel Phantoms.
See, I think I can
Touch up his mouth there. Yeah. Give him a little line work on that there nose. That's another one of the things that you learn you can do, is you can draw on top of your pancake, and it's still hot enough that layer of batter will cook a little bit more.
Well, what I'll do, I think I'm the only one who does this, but you have to be very careful when you do this though. It has to go flat. Otherwise you'll smear it.
I never do that because I don't trust myself to not smear it.
Well, let's see how I did.
Oh, Linda. I would love to teach you the basics. I don't even care if you do compete with me. I mean, honestly, if you start kicking my butt at pancake art, we'll just hire you.
Yeah, exactly. Take a break.
See you around, Emily. Thanks for watching.
Yeah, thanks for hanging out, Ems.
How long is the list of requests? That's a great question. Jeremy, if you're watching, he can probably... And that's the thing. If you don't pay us, then we don't really put it on a list. We kind of go off of our gut when we see all the requests that are being asked for. If you want to guarantee we make yours, you can send us a donation of at least $1 through our website. Otherwise, it's really kind of a grab bag, you know?
The equivalent.
Yes. Equivalenta.
Yes, it's French, Dan.
Equivalente.
Equivalent, yes. Hoey.
Morgan Freeman, Lion King Timon, Alien, Alessandro Del Piero, Bob's Burgers, Rick and Morty, DC Comics Punchline, Denki Kaminari from My Hero Academia, Betty White, Fortnite, Squirt from Finding Nemo, Moana, Iron Patriot, the Captain America Iron Man design, A Rooster, Eliza from Wild Thornberries, Duckman, Alama, Deku from My Hero Academia. We got a lot in there.
I do love me some Duckman.
Duckman. Ben, you gonna do Duckman?
Oh,
you gonna do the older millennial thing over there?
That's what I do.
Heck yeah, man. I remember Duckman. I was too young to get it. I remember seeing it on TV and being like, animation! This seems weird.
And it was. Tony Award-winning actor, Jason Alexander.
I was in the pool!
You know, Jason Alexander was a stage actor on Broadway before he was ever on Seinfeld.
That makes sense.
Yeah, he won a Tony a few years before he was.
He seems like he has similar energy to not Danny McBride. Who's the guy who plays Steve Brule? Sorry, the guy who looks a lot like Steve Brule. Different people. Can't think of his name. He was in Gangs of New York. Fixing that line work. Look at him go. Yeah, that looks really nice. Smooth.
Yeah, that works. I'm not going to flip that one over. I'm going to let that one do it naturally.
The fun has arrived. Thank you very much.
All right.
John C. Reilly. That's his name. Yeah, John C.
Oh,
Reilly.
yeah. Yeah, he's so good. He's one of the most underrated actors.
He knows it.
Yeah.
Well, I was mentioning that, like, you know, he's not Steve Brule. Looks a lot like Steve Brule, because, like, if you look at interviews with him talking about the Steve Brule character,
Yeah.
he never, ever suggests that he is Steve Brule. Steve Brule is a guy he knows.
Wait, now what's Steve? Like, help me out here.
Steve Brule is from Tim and Eric.
Oh, is
doctor,
that
the
the
weird
doctor guy?
Yeah.
That guy?
The whole reason that Hank says shower slap and dingus.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, it's like, hey, what are you going up and you get a shower slap?
Oh, yeah, he's a gem. I
John
mean,
C. Reilly.
think about. Have you seen a bad movie with John C. Reilly in it?
Everything he's in, he makes it better. Even Step Brothers. Step Brothers is in that realm of like comedies that could be just like really bad, but it's good.
He elevates.
He elevates.
I mean,
touch my drum set.
And he's just an amazing. Like, I mean, geez, was like freaking was it Boogie Nights? Mark Wahlberg or the is it Boogie Nights? Shoot, what's the name of the movie?
Christian Jr. says, is there a way to preserve the pancakes after you make them, or do they just rot? We do preserve many of the pancakes that we make. In fact, we've got a couple people that are reaching out from this stream and having us make their requests into preserved pieces. If you see on the wall behind Ben there's all those pictures behind him on the screen there. Those are preserved pancakes. Those have been, we extract the moisture with a freeze dryer, then we seal the pancake, sink it into tabletop resin in a custom built and stained frame of whatever color you want, and then we can ship it anywhere in the world. The pancakes that are on the wall behind Ben are actually for sale, so if you would like to take a look at our catalog of pieces that are currently available for sale, they may one day be worth money. Because, that's how art do.
Yeah.
Like someday, if I go out there and...
long after we're dead.
After I finally become president, people will be like, wow, I should have bought that pancake when I still had the Bitcoin for it. But by then, all your Bitcoin will be spent.
That sounds like a very reasonable scenario, Dan.
Yeah. Bitcoin.
Oh boy. If I would have only...
It's up to 40,000 now.
Yeah.
It's just so silly.
Yeah.
It's all artificially inflated.
I have some sitting in a wallet somewhere that I lost the password.
Don't say that on a live stream, Ben. You're gonna get shot.
I don't know my key.
I love that.
It's I had a mycelium wallet back in the day. Well, not that long ago, but I mean, I didn't get it to invest in Bitcoin. I was buying something and I got a 20% discount
That's hilarious.
if I bought it with
That's so funny to me. You have Bitcoin lying around because you're like, it's cheaper if I buy it with Bitcoin.
Yeah, I was 20% off.
That's amazing.
The thing, the really frustrating thing though is that I was fully aware of Bitcoin when it was still worth less than $1 a Bitcoin.
Mm-hmm.
I was because I follow what's going on in tech so often. Like, I was fully aware of the cryptocurrency, like when you could still mine it with a laptop, and I was just like, I don't think that's gonna be.
Mm-hmm. Lo and behold.
Yeah, boy, was I wrong. Egg all over my face. My empty bank account tells the tale of a man who didn't believe in cryptocurrency.
Christian Jr. request for a car from Rocket League named Octane. We can put that on the list. RC's rail fanning and other awesome stuff. So what are you making right now? Ben's making Duckman.
The one and only.
The one and only. Jason Alexander's magnum opus.
Really is. I'm sure he was upset because, like, after Seinfeld.
What do you do?
Yeah. So for him to get something that's completely out of heck, I'm sure freaking what's his face? Shoot, the critic. What's his name?
Oh yeah, I know who you're talking about.
I'm sure he's probably a little miffed about that too, because he had this one great thing after SNL, and then he just kind of
Faded into obscurity.
Yep. I mean, I'm sure he's still doing fine.
John Lovitz?
Yeah, John Lovitz. Apparently he owns a comedy club and he just bought it so he could do comedy at his own club.
That's pretty cute.
Yeah.
He was in Rat Race.
Oh yeah. John Lovitz always feels like he should be funny. He's like he has the aura of being funny, but I don't find myself
I
like
never find myself laughing.
yeah. I look at him and like that's a funny guy right there. And then nothing.
Ezeldin, hey, how you doing over on Twitch? Good to see ya. Cheryl Mala, hello, just do a white blob with smiley face and Dream fans are going to be summoned. White blob with smiley face and Dream fans are going to be summoned. I feel like this is an allusion to something. Isn't Dream a streamer or something? We're ancient. We're arcane.
I'm the elder millennial. I don't know. I'm just a caveman. Your technology frightens me.
Dream is an American YouTuber known primarily for Minecraft content and speedrun videos.
Okay.
Oh, that is actually a really simple request. Yeah, Ben, you could totally do that.
So?
That's Dream.
Okay. Done. I think I can handle that.
Dream the Minecraft guy. Somebody tell Dream that we're making Dream's face here in a second. Send all their bajillion. Let's see. His YouTube channels have a combined total of over 21 million subscribers and over 1.53 billion views. YouTube listed Dream as the breakout creator of 2020. At the end of 2020, Dream was accused of cheating following an investigation by a major speedrun website. Oh no, it's the King of Kong all over again.
Jeez.
Billy Mitchell.
He's gonna start making hot sauce. Like a winner does. Oh, Billy Mitchell.
Oh, Billy Mitchell.
So sad, because like he's legitimately amazing. Like no one could have taken away how amazing he was at the time. But like no matter what, like no record will ever stand forever. You just gotta be okay with that at some point. Or you can be salty and make hot sauce. Those are your options. Let's see here. We'll see how that looks. Okay. Okay. Sure we don't have any requests before I do this Dream logo real quick. I don't see anything. Here we go. Y'all ready?
Is it Dream time?
It's dream time. Dream big, guys.
We're at 4:31, so we probably have enough time for maybe 2 more pancakes.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Christian asks, do you remember coming out to my school? I do remember. It was a good time. Hopefully we can do it again sometime. When the world's not upended.
Whenever that is. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna flip this.
Oh, Oh.
Yeah,
In your mind?
with my brain.
Oh, wow. Y'all, Ben's speed running this dream pancake. Any percent, no mirrored image reference. He's mirroring it in his brain. The madman. Everybody, look at this. Whoa, my gosh. This stream just went up to 20% cool. Than it was. I'm not a commentator.
You're a terrible hype man.
I don't know, Ben. I'm pretty hype. Oh no, it's got the peeling. How is he gonna come back from this? How is he gonna smooth that line out and make it seem as if there were no mistakes? It's all been a dream. I'm sorry.
It's an interesting strategy, Cotton. See how it works out for him.
Speedrun the pancake. We should do speedrun pancake art. Any percent.
I mean, yeah.
We would have to come up with rules. We would have to come up with very strict rules and perhaps a council to enforce the rules and judge the works. Because the thing is like in speedruns, they have things like there's different classes of speedruns, right? Like any percent is a really classic one, like just beat the game.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And then there's certain rules like you can't exploit glitches or something like that. You know, like a pure run that doesn't exploit any glitches. If you do an any percent speed run where you're allowed to exploit glitches, I saw somebody beat The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild in like 8 minutes.
Yeah, I've heard about that kind of stuff.
Because they can like scam their way into temples they're not supposed to be in yet and get items they're not supposed to be able to have yet because they exploit they like clip through the wall or something.
Yeah.
And the way the game is built is such that you can do that because it's not like a separate area. You know, it's not loading a different area when you go to it. It's the same world.
Wow, it's been so long since I've written backwards that I'm actually kind of like...
I believe in you, Ben.
I think I got to think about this.
But then there's things like, well, there's 100%, right?
Mm-hmm.
And those usually take a lot longer. H-Bomb, the guy who he did the Donkey Kong 64 105% because they put an extra 5% of content in it. Put some hidden bananas and stuff like that. It took him like 36 hours or something, and he raised a couple $100,000 for Mermaids, the trans charity in the United Kingdom. It's very cool of him.
That's cool.
Lime green background. This is the closest to lime green we have. Is this sort of seafoam green color.
All right.
Duckman. That's a really solid Duckman, Ben.
Thank you.
I can tell that you poured your love into that.
I poured my duck into it. I put my duck in it.
Channeling the Duckman.
Yeah, there goes that's peak pancake right there. Okay, so we got one more here, right? So what we got in the list here? I'll make sure we don't have any donations. I see no donations, so go. You know, we could do Betty White. It's her 99th birthday. I think that's probably Betty White jokes about her 99th birthday. I can stay up as late as I want. Yes, you can, Betty White. Yes, you can.
National treasure.
She's always been wonderful too. All the way back to the Bob Newhart show. I mean, even before that, but that's where I first became familiar with Betty White. Was it? It was Bob Newhart, right?
Bob Newhart, what?
I'm trying to remember like the first place that I remember seeing Betty White.
Couldn't tell you, man.
And I'm pretty sure it was Bob Newhart. Oh, there we go. That's winner. Alright. I'm just gonna turn my heat off for this one. This is the last one, so make sure we get as little peeling as possible here. There it is. Dream.
I love it. I love it so much it hurts. Any percent complete. Ben is the world record holder on Dream Pancake Art right now.
Yeah.
Can we didn't clock the time. I should have clocked the time on
It's
that.
alright, we can go back. We can
check the footage.
Yeah.
We can
Instant replay.
Instant replay.
Except not because we actually technically we could do that, but we never set it up. So
Summon all Dream fans. They just come into our house.
hey guys.
And there's 2.6 million of you. How are we gonna feed this many people?
Nature finds a way.
Just so much pancakes.
It's gotta be weird. I mean, one can. It's like that's the ideal. It's like I hope I make it to 100. You know, Dick Van Dyke's still kicking, and he's about the same age as Betty White. And it's I heard him on. He was on WTF a while back, and it's he seems happy because he's. I mean, you know, and he's still all there. It's like he's also like, yeah, I'm the only one left. Everyone I know, they're gone. Still not that wide. We'll see how we do here. A really sharp jawline. No. C'est la vie. Live and let Pancake.
Coming together really nicely.
Thanks. Just hoping I give her too broad of a jaw. But whatever it is, that's what it will be. Oh, come on. Just knock the eyebrow off. Don't do that, Pancakes. Okay, got that.
Cheryl has returned from the depth of Twitter. Stream was just really chill. We appreciate you you enjoying it. We try to keep things pretty chill. Are portraits harder than just normal pictures? Asked Christian. That's an interesting question. Normal pictures. I don't know. But it's not necessarily that. Portraits can be tricky. I find that the hardest things are like objects, like cars and boats.
Cars. Oh my. Cars are the bane of my existence. I mean, yeah, anything for me.
Really harsh geometry.
Yeah, trying to freehand 2-point perspective for me is really difficult. I'm not good at it, and much worse at it than Dan, even. I've heard Dana talk about it. She's like, "Yeah, no, it's fine." I'm just like, I wish. I'm so bad at it, but I still do them. I never say no, because every time I do it, I'm a little better for the next time around.
Always improving.
Okay. Fill in those teeth. Some highlights in the hair. Doesn't matter. Doesn't have to be perfect. Just has to exist. graduate these gradients down just one level. And then I think we're safe to turn on a low heat here and get it started cooking. Boy, oh boy, I hope itty bitty white justice here. I guess whenever I said, my first introduction to her was not actually Bob Newhart. That's a lie. It was the Golden Girls. Bob Newhart came later, because I remember growing up watching the Golden Girls with my mom, because it was usually on after I got home from school. Who was your favorite Golden Girl, Dan?
My favorite Golden Girl?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, probably the one I related most to was Rose.
Yeah.
Because, I don't know, that's how I am too.
Oblivious?
I'm a Rose. I'm totally 100% a Rose. Like, generally, good-natured and kind and oblivious.
A little
totally
dumb.
Oblivious. Just a little bit behind the page that we are all on. Just a couple pages back, thinking like, what are they all talking about? I know, it's this, and it's not. It's not that. That wasn't what they were talking about.
But you tried.
You tried.
You had your best
You were
intentions
nice
at
about
heart.
it.
Yeah, I always related more to Dorothy.
That's fair. You're my Dorothy then.
Thanks. Who's Blanche? Well, that or Dorothy's mom. Because who doesn't love
Sophia.
Sophia? Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
Sophia's terrifying. Sophia has terrifying energy.
And that's the best part.
Tiny little old lady, you're like, she's killed people.
And she was younger than the actress who played Dorothy. It was just, it was makeup. And, it was mostly a wig. Probably mostly a wig and a lack of makeup, actually.
Christian Jr. says, Dan, how did you learn pancake art? I learned pancake art trial and error. I started out as a fry cook trying to make smiley face pancakes for better tips, and that's where that's how I started. And with most skills, it's just a matter of starting and then having an excuse to keep starting.
Not
To start
stopping.
again, and start again, and start again, and start again, and every day waking up and starting again. And because every time you do that, you learn a little bit more, you get a little bit better, and every time you make a mistake, you learn from that, and someday, eventually, you accidentally land on national television, and people are like, hey,
Yeah.
you do this for a living for the rest of your life? And I'm like, I guess!
Yeah, why not?
It's
Yeah.
better than flipping burgers, I guess.
There we go. Yeah, it's that pretty much sums it up. Just keep doing it, and be ready to make lots of terrible pancakes. And there's, learning how to draw helps. If you need to learn some, my biggest thing that helped me the most was studying caricature, where it sort of teaches you how to capture the essence of somebody, and then oddly enough, a lot of that, even if you're not exaggerating, it helps with just doing quick portraits. But once you can do a quick portrait, you can also slow it down and do a realistic portrait, just by, even though that's still a lot of trial and error. There's definitely plenty of the first times I tried doing anything approaching realism, and the shading would just be wretched. Still is sometimes. I mean, there's a lot of times when I do portraits, I redo them. All right, here we go. Betty White. That's not Betty White. That's a very friendly old lady, but that's not Betty White.
I think it's the squinting of the eyes. You might be able to touch that up. Because eyes are so subtle,
Mm-hmm.
Because if I think about Betty White, her eyes squint a little bit thinner than that.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's more the jawline. her face is not that wide. But like, yeah, I don't want to make it too thick, 'cause then it's gonna, nah. But not every pancake is perfect.
But every pancake is delicious.
Exactly. It still tastes amazing. So, very friendly old lady pancake. Okay, so I think we want to switch to the wide, or we want to do a roundup of all these too.
Yeah, we'll do a roundup. I guess I'll zoom the overhead out. We can get a couple more of them pancakes in there. Put away.
Whoa! And keep in mind, it's cropped in the.
This is fine. That's great. We can work with that. We made some pancake art. We made some pancake art. We made it all day and night. We made some pancake art. All right. Singing a song, singing a song, singing a song about pancake art. Look at us going, making pancakes all day and night.
I mean, is it night yet? I mean, the sun does go down.
It's always night.
Oh.
The light hasn't shone in this realm in 30 years.
You're all in the dark.
Lift off, the firestorm ignites. All right.
And most importantly,
if you just donated, Cheryl, then we will make your pancake first next Sunday. You will be the very first pancake made next Sunday.
guaranteed.
Guaranteed. And otherwise, we really appreciate y'all dropping in. We know we've had a bit of a long hiatus because of various things happening over on our end, but we're going to get back into the swing of things now, and
Yeah, let's switch to this. Let's switch so you can actually see your head here.
No, see, Ben, see, it's fine.
Oh.
All I have to do is this.
Now I'm.
Here you go here.
You
My
you
sweetheart.
short son of a bitch.
Angel. We appreciate y'all watching. I will actually be back in the studio tomorrow at 1 p.m. Central Time doing the Joy Pancake stream, where I'll just make some fancy thing that I want to make. And then Wednesday and Friday doing a similar thing. Friday it's later because that's when you do it. And then Sunday we'll be doing another request stream. So keep checking it out. Remember that mistakes are delicious. We sell all of our pancake art supplies on Dancakes.com. You can hire us for classes and digital events and request streams. You can give us money. We've got a Patreon now, so if you want to help support us and get some cool stuff in return, please check out Dancakes on Patreon. We've only got like 2 patrons right now, so it would be really cool to have more people. We want to build that. That would help us continue to survive doing this, because otherwise we won't be able to. So thank you so much for watching. We love you very much, and we will see you all around.
See you next time. Same Dancakes time, same Dancakes place.
You're stream boy.
Yeah, I'm gonna awkwardly fade to black now, guys. So just hang tight. I'm about to.